Hey everybody, it's Tom Barnes at Universal Technical Institute out here in Lisle for the Chicago scene. And listen, this pandemic has put a frenzy into the skilled labor industry. There are more jobs needed now, more than ever, and not enough people to fill them. That's where UTI comes in, specifically with their welding program. It's not just building buildings or bridges. You're talking airplanes, locomotives, even race cars. You can all learn that here, and I'm going to talk to people to kind of help explain what they offer, the behind the scenes look at the types of classes, and how you can go from this pod here to building airplanes or help build our rail yards for the Chicago scene. Now, let's take a look. All right, I made my way through the campus over to Ian. How you doing, Ian?
Hi, good. How are you, Tom?
I'm great, Ian. So explain to people what you do for UTI and how you guys help get people their job placement.
Yeah, sure. Well, my name is Ian Hardie. I'm the Senior Employment Service Director, and I lead a team that we do two or three key things. One is to try and get our students part-time employment while they're enrolled in school. We feel that's a good fit because we're actually supplying the industry with some really keen, motivated young people so that they can learn some stuff out in the field while they're also in school as well. And then our main job is to try and get them ready for the industry. So as they get close to graduation, we have career fairs, we have employers on campus to do company presentations and interviews. And then our main aim is to try and get our graduates employed in the field of their choice, in the specialization they're in, whether it's automotive, diesel, collision, CNC marine, and as you can see today, we're in our welding lab.
Yeah, you're far from traditional as far as getting your students ready for the real world, right?
But one of the key factors is that we have a new entry every 3 weeks. It's actually 6 weeks for welding. So it was a conscious decision to try and provide a constant stream of entry-level technicians to the industry because especially since the pandemic, we know there's a huge demand for the skilled trades out there. There's a huge demand for auto and diesel technicians as well as welders. So this new model provides a constant stream of entry-level technicians to the industry.
Yeah, it's incredible too. And we walked earlier by this board that you have where students can kind of look at, and it kind of tells them the jobs available through the partners that you have all over the country, not just here in the Chicago area, but all over, Puerto Rico, Alaska, Hawaii, right?
Oh yeah, I think that's a huge advantage of coming to Universal Technical Institute. It's a system we call MAPTIV, but as you saw in the job board earlier, we have 12,869 jobs as of today, and every single one of those jobs is from an employer looking for a Universal Technical Institute graduate. And as you saw, they cover the whole breadth of the US, and we have about 900 jobs just here in the Chicago metro area, which is huge.
And one of the things that you guys have noticed, and we've talked about it, is this demand for the industry because of the pandemic. You know, we're relying more, on online shipping and buying, which means somebody's got to deliver those goods, and that either requires the automotive technology in the diesel industry or the welding industry because those trailers get beat up or those bridges need to be built, or just everything kind of all encompasses that. And that's why we're here today with the welding program, right?
Yeah, I mean, you could have said it better yourself, Tom. I mean, one of the key reasons we chose Chicago to be our sixth campus is Chicago's the largest inter-transport modal hub in the country with the highest concentration of airports, railroads, and the highways. A lot of the big companies have decided to base their logistics here. And as you said, I mean, everything in our everyday lives comes either by plane, train, or truck. All our pharmacies, groceries, clothes we wear. And I think the pandemic just was a reset for many people about what are the important jobs, what are the key jobs, how quickly can I get a job? Do I need to go to a four-year college? No, but if you've got the wherewithal to go to college, great, but there's a lot of opportunity in the world out there. You can do in 1-2 years, get a skill, and the highly skilled, very much in demand and well-paying jobs in industry. And we partner very closely with our friends and our partners in education. And again, what they try and do is mirror what the industry looks for, and that's where Justin and his team come in, and in the training of our graduates to be ready to work in the field.
Yeah, Justin, I noticed we walked around a little bit earlier today, and you guys you listen to the industry and you kind of replicate that here to teach your students to service that industry, from the things of the virtual classes to the actual welding space that we're standing in now.
That's absolutely right. We want to listen to our employers because they're ultimately the ones that are going to be hiring our students. So we want to make sure that we're meeting the needs. And when we talk to our employers, there's tons of room for growth and tons of room for employment. So we want to make sure that we're hitting as much equipment, different things that we can use, and different kind of things that they're going to find in the industry. We want to make sure that we're teaching that, but not only how to use it, but why specifically we're going to use those different things out in the field.
And talk about real quick about the virtual, because that's something that I tried out, which I thought was pretty great. Talk about that real quick and how it readies students for the actual welding that you have here in these, what do you call these things behind you? These little booths, yeah.
Welding booths, yeah. So welding is an art. Welding is definitely a skill, but it's an art. And there's a lot of muscle memory that has to go into those welds. So we start our students on the virtual welding, and I must say, I thought you did pretty good on yours. The first try was pretty good.
45 out of 100, but whatever.
That's all right. We want the students to be able to start somewhere so they understand the importance of position, the importance of speed. So when they get to the booths, they know what they're doing and have a leg up already when they first start being able to lay those beads of weld, that they're comfortable. That they know what the importance of why they're doing that is, and that helps accelerate the program a whole lot for us. So we can sit there and try it out, but also the teaching. So we can break down each and every aspect of each weld they do virtually and say, okay, this is exactly what we're doing wrong, or this is where we need to work.
And I witnessed two different types of welding. The first one, which was, I'm not remembering the title, but can you help me out there?
Yeah, the first one we saw was the MIG welder. That was one of our instructors working with the MIG in one of our booths. And the second one was the other welding instructor that we currently have that was doing TIG welding.
And all these types of weldings in this state-of-the-art facility where you have this ventilation, goes to a machine that purifies the air and it goes right back into the space we're breathing in now. So it's all, environmentally safe for people who might be wondering about that. But all of this leads to people that eventually could work on airplanes, can work on trains, bridges, race cars even. I mean, it all could start here and take their path forward.
Absolutely. So when we talk to our employers, the employers were saying, hey, we need welders. But in that atmosphere, when we say welding, it's also cutting the equipment. It's stamping the equipment. It's being able to shave something down. We're going to teach all of those different aspects, so they are totally ready and give those employers the best possible employee that they can get.
For people who are interested in wanting to do this, what's the best place for people to go to? Is it a website that people need, or how would you recommend it?
You can go on the website. You can also call us directly.
uti.edu and then /welding. And then there's a lot of information on there on how to apply, a little bit about the course, some of the applications they'll be taught as well. And that's how it normally starts through the admissions process.
Perfect. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate you taking the time to show me around, let me play with your toys, because it was a good time this morning. I appreciate it very much.
You're welcome.
Glad to have you.
All right, that's what you can expect here at UTI. You can go to their website, uti.edu, for further information on any classes that you might want to take. TBARNAS at WGNTV.com. That's tbarnes at WGNTV.com if you have a suggestion for the Chicago scene. Until then, I'll see you later.